right, this is the settle up of my Milan trip. I got back yesterday after a 20-hour flight time back to Idaho. And so I'm going to walk through what was like the total cost of everything and gear I brought, the headaches that I had, and what it would take to go to Livigno, Italy, for a good trip. So here I have my Chase spend out. Spent $3,300 total. Not all of this is associated. Oh, hold on one second. Well, so it looks like I spent $3,300. 68 of that was bills and utilities. Let's do this quarter one. $5,488 spent total. Not all of that is in regards to this trip, but I just decided to break it down because I'm an expensive little baby. $1,282 on food, $700 on shopping, $400 on entertainment, $350 on groceries. It's mostly just travel and food. That was my biggest expenses. So let's break this down. Let's do most expensive. So one of our lodgings was $1,200. That was for the 1st through the 6th. The pricing is a little bit higher than normal because the Olympics were there. So that was actually a good and a bad thing. So since the Olympics were there, a lot of the personnel or people that were like staying were not going to go snowboard or do anything along the lines of that. So the mountain was like pretty much empty, which you'll see in the videos. But the lodging was at a little bit of a premium. So for 6 days, 1st through the 6th, the first apartment was $1,246. The second apartment for 3 days, 7th, 8th, and 9th, were $960, if I remember correctly. Here's a little Hanselito. I'm gonna jump in this little video. Then it looks like one of my trips to Brundage was on here still, so that's part of the cost. $70 in limes, $60 in train tickets, $40 in restaurant, food, bistro, more limes. I probably spent like €100 in lime scooters and bicycles. Bar, restaurant, a lot of drinks, a lot of food. The food was not necessarily expensive. Like I probably only ate twice a day, and I would get like 2 entrees at once. Went to the supermarket a bunch, got a bunch of food, drank like a lot of limoncello. So the limoncello there is freaking awesome. It was let me see if I can structure this a little bit better. $1,200 for travel, or $700 for the flight. I mean, that was with paying a little bit of a premium going through Amex. I could have got the flight as cheap as $450, but I selected some seats. I got upgrades. I wanted to be as comfortable as possible for the flights. Flying out of Boise is always pretty easy. I got an upgrade from Boise to LA on the way there. Then from LA to France, that was a regular one, but Air France actually did a pretty good job. I flew in a 777, and the seats reclined quite a bit in comparison to some of the other planes. So I was pretty comfy on the way there. Then from Air France, I don't remember what airline I took from France, but yeah, planes weren't that bad. It was almost 24 hours for the first flight total, and then like 22 hours on the way back. The way back absolutely killed me because the actual jet lag, that was the first time I had like actual jet lag issues. It was like 8 p.m. here, and I'd been up for 24 hours. So I went to bed at about 8:30 last night, woke up at 2 a.m., and I couldn't fall back asleep for a while. So I ended up finally falling back asleep till about 8 o'clock this morning and started cleaning out all my stuff. But yeah, overall the trip wasn't super expensive. I know this looks like a lot of money, but it really wasn't that bad. Like I said, $700 flights, $2,100 total in Airbnbs, hotels, stuff like that. Went down the 6th to see the opening ceremony, pick a friend up from the airport. He came and joined us for the rest of the trip. I brought 2 sets of snowboard gear. Luckily, my friend, like I said, he came to visit, so I brought a second set just for him. I could have gone just fine off of one set. The majority of the days were extremely clear. I ended up snowboarding for 7 days out of the 13-day trip. Spent 2 days in Milan, then spent a third day in Milan, and then came back for 1 day to go pretty much straight to the airport. Headaches weren't really that bad. The bus there's a one-shot bus for €25 that goes straight from Central Station Milan to Livigno in the winter. I don't know if they're going to do this all the time, but it's about 3.5 to 4 hours. You stop 2 hours in to go use a restroom. And that was like amazing, because if not, you had to take like a train to a bus to just kind of like guess, and it could have taken as long as 12 hours each way. If I were to do it again, I didn't go to any of the Olympic ceremony or buy any of the tickets for the Olympics, just because I was okay with just kind of seeing it from a distance. I love sports, but like I don't know any of the competitors. I don't follow any athletes. I love watching people do insane things, and I mostly just wanted to go snowboard. So in regards to snowboarding, my cost breakdown for that was it was €170 for my snowboard and binding rental for the whole week. I brought my boots, I brought my helmet, and then I brought my outerwear. There was a lot cheaper rentals there, but I got a Burton board, I got Burton bindings, and it was an honestly really good setup. So a lot of the other rental places had lower quality snowboard equipment, because the amount of snowboarders in regards to skiers for the Alps is like known for their skiing expertise. So I would say approximately 90% of the rentals were various kinds of ski setups, but nobody really snowboards there. So the best, like, cheaper rental that I had in the area that we were renting from was like a Rossingle board, and those like binding setups that you absolutely hate. So I was okay with spending a little bit of a premium to get the kind of board I would ride back home. That being said, I didn't shop around a crazy amount. Like, location services and Google was not my friend in regards to trying to set up this trip. So every time I would try to pull something up, it would like send my IP address from my phone for data to London, and I'm just trying to get stuff done in a relatively quick manner, and I was just tired of, like, it was like one thing after another. So I said, F it, I don't care. This rental will work. The guys that worked at the rental shop that I used were absolutely amazing. Like, shout out to this dude. He hooked me up, because like I would come in and I'd be like, look, can I get a locker for rental? Wouldn't charge me. My phone died one time. He charged my phone for me. If I had my luggage with me, he would just let me store the luggage there for free. Like, just super nice. Met some really good people there. Everybody in Italy was so nice. I'm not Italian. I don't speak Italian, but I could pick up very quickly on some things they were trying to say if they didn't speak English. But 95% of people spoke English just fine, so that was super cool. I brought two setups. we went and got food from the grocery store a couple days. Didn't have a budget in regards to like trying to save money for drinks or going out, and we did a lot of Apres ski, like way too much if it were me, but I was there to have a good time. So yeah, I mean, spending $1,200 for an entire quarter for food and drink, I would consider not that bad. After going out for like, this is, from January 1st on, so not all of this is associated with this trip, but let me see if I can break it down a little bit more. Spending my month, let's just do February. $600 total on food and drink, $341 on entertainment, $274 on groceries, $272 in shopping. I got a Milano Cortina Olympic hockey jersey. I have a friend of mine's sister is on the hockey team, and so I was like, yeah, I'll get one of those. They're sick, and it was only like €125, I think. And like, if anybody has ever been to a hockey game, like regular hockey jerseys are like $200 in the US. So yeah, it wasn't that bad. The tickets were only like 70. The first day was €77, because this is the high season. But it went down to €72 for after you had to buy the €5 ski pass. And what's cool about this place is that there was 31 lifts in Livigno, Teola, and Trepale. I'm probably butchering those. But you can go to all of the lifts with that one pass, which is nothing like the US. Like you ever been to Park City or, a lot of Salt Lake City, you'll have to buy individual passes for each, corner of whatever the ski resort is. So the fact that I could go to, like, I think it was 116 kilometers, and it wasn't totally open because the Olympics were there. But like, they had awesome lifts, amazing infrastructure. Like, the lodges they'd blow anything in the US out of the water, and it was on average €72 a day for, max price. If you did like multi-day tickets, they would cut some of that price off, but it was not that bad. So overall, absolutely had a blast. Kind of lived like a king while I was over there. All of our Airbnbs were pretty nice. They were on the cheaper side. Like, I didn't get any chalets that were specifically extremely ski in, ski out, but they were close enough to whereas it wasn't that big of a deal. The bus would take us super close, or I would get an Uber. I mean, a taxi. The taxis were way more reasonable than Ubers too. And the only thing that was kind of a headache was trying to figure out, like, from the airport to the hotel or something of the sort. And that was mostly just out of haste. Like, I tried to go on Uber the night before I left. The hotel was only like 2 kilometers from the airport, and it was considered an airport hotel. That being said, it was not walkable to get from the airport to the hotel, and so you had to go all around this freaking lake. And Uber wanted like €90 to do this trip, and I just got a taxi, and it was like €30. So there's a little bit of a surcharge to and from hotels, so it's like less than 10 minute drive, because you had to go all the way around the lake. But it was literally impossible to walk, so whatever. But yeah, overall great trip. Issues that I had, my snowboarding boots, after 1 year and like 3 months, one of the soles started coming apart, so I had some looseness in one of the boots, and snow would get into the crevice where the boot fabric and then the rubber would meet, and so that was kind of annoying because snowboarding is a very sensitive foot interaction. And so unfortunately I had to kind of suck it up, because there was no such thing as like anything stronger than just regular super glue in all of the places I went to. Like, I don't know if you have to go to an industrial store or what, but couldn't find anything worthwhile. So I just sucked it up, and I lost a lot of my Insta360 batteries. I had them in a specific case that that fell out of my bag, and that was really like the only headache. Oh, and my Camelback that I brought, I usually sanitize them with vinegar, but this one had been sitting for quite a few months, and it was like there was some gunk in it, so it was kind of a pain to find more vinegar to sanitize it and use. And the drain at the bottom, like where the hose connects, was leaking, so I'll have to get some new O-rings for it, and hopefully that will fix the problem. But overall, freaking killer trip. Like, honestly, total breakdown was probably like $4,000. Rooms were split, so it wasn't that expensive. Like, I paid for almost all of the rooms, other than the ones in Milan, and those were quite a bit cheaper. But yeah, well worth it. Like, being able to say that I got to go snowboard in the Alps for 2 weeks, that comes out to quite a bit cheaper than maybe a trip would be in the United States. And the conditions there were amazing. We had one day of like really heavy snow, and so at one point only part of the mountain was open because of I probably had 3 meters max of visibility. But yeah, not bad. The rest of the trip, it was super clear, snow in the morning or snow at night, and then it would just become a bluebird day. So as you can see, because I'm going to put this at the end, the amount of runs and availabilities that I had was like, it was awesome. It was honestly freaking killer. And yeah, I have absolutely no complaints, no regrets at all. Everything was set up. Everybody was super nice. So thanks for watching. Cheers.